Hello everyone, I'm Sunny. I'm gonna teach you piano, jazz piano. Today we're gonna talk about harmony. You studied harmony a lot, but your playing didn't really change, did it? You know your chords, you know your scales, you know your modes and everything, like your theory, but somehow your music still sounds the same, right? If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. What harmony actually is. Harmony is really simple. It's the relationship between notes played at the same time. So that's it. That's it. So when you play one note, then that's you can think that's more like a dot, and then the other note will be like line with from one note to one note. And then if you have one more note, for example like triad chord, then it's 3. It becomes color, like you can color it. Then it can be some pink, or it can be yellow. It sounds like white, like that. So all the chords are same color. So chords are the different colors, different chords are different colors. So the real problem is most people learn harmony like this. Like chords, scales, tensions, or rules, like that, because there's rule, and then it stops. So what happens after then? You know everything, but you cannot really use it, can you? So let's listen. Listen to this. C major 7. Feels stable, right? Now this C7 flat 9. So completely different energy. Both are correct chords, but they feel totally different. And that's the point. Harmony is not about right or wrong. It's about how it feels, because both are the right chords. So you cannot say, oh, C major is right, or C7 flat 9 is not right, because both are right. So harmony is actually not about right or wrong. It's more about how it feels. So in jazz, we know the rules, but we don't stay inside them. Because the real question is, does your ear believe it? That's it. So harmony is movement. Listen to this chord progression. This is D minor 7, G7, and then C major 7, 2, 5, 1. Very easy. You hear it, and then tension, motion, release, like that. So first you hear the tension, and then motion, and then release. So it's moving to somewhere. So that movement is harmony, because harmony is about the relationship between the notes to notes, or between chords to chords. So that movement is called harmony, right? And that's music. Harmony is music. If you don't feel this, it doesn't matter how many chords you know. You can change the positions. So which note is the top note? So it's, even though it's the same chords, it can sound different way. So it's all about the movement, right? So a lot of people think harmony is equal knowledge. Oh, harmony is understanding how sound wants to move. Like you heard, 251, it wants to be released. That's what you want to hear. That's how we want to hear. So that's harmony. So why does your playing stay the same even after learning all the chords? Why? Simple. Not because you don't know enough, but because you didn't learn it through the sound. So the point is, harmony is rules, right? Because the rules and the relationship between the notes. But music is not finished with rules. It finishes with your ears. Actually, it's with ears, right? So harmony stops being theory and becomes music. So for example, you know all the chords and then you actually still don't know what to do with it. Like you've learned all the kinds of harmonies and music scales or like chords and everything, but when you really play, then you don't really know how to apply it. It's because for you harmony is still your knowledge, like still just the rules. But then how are you gonna use it to your playing? That's the point, because you should be able to use the harmony to make your song, make your play, right? But how do we do that? How do we do that is you need to really listen to it. You need to hear it. You need to hear the sounds. So basically, there are so many different relationships between notes and notes and then chords and chords, right? And that's what harmony is, and that's what you learn. So that's like theory, music theory. That's what we learn. But then when you really play, do you follow the theory? This is not some kind of science or mathematic. It's not like a right or wrong, like 1 + 1 = 2, like it's not like that, because music is actually not like some kind of subject. I mean, it is subject, but music is actually not right or wrong question. Music is more like, what do you want to hear? What do you feel in that? That's why we learn harmony, because I like this relationship between these chords, or I like this relationship between notes. That's what I like. Then it's easier to call the relationship between this note to this note, right? Then actually you can memorize it. So different names of chords, different names of scales are just to be able to name it. Oh, I like that, like something like that. So that's why we actually learn harmony. Like when you play, for example, I played this. I just followed what do I want to hear after. So I played boom boom boom, and then I want to hear this sound after. I want to hear this sound after, and then I want to put more tension. I want to release after, something like that. And then to be able to do it, it's nice to know how it works. And then later, you can just follow your ears. That's harmony. So harmony stops being theory and becomes music. Because music, we don't watch, we don't look at the music, we more listen to music, we more feel music, right? Harmony is music. Thank you for watching, and then I'll be bringing more interesting lessons. So see you later. Bye.